Well, I guess they say big motorcycles demand large batteries, and this bike is no exception. I got a brand new AGM battery. That's a glass mat sealed battery to go in here. The old battery was obviously completely and utterly toast. Although interestingly, after 43 years, the old battery still had 3.5 volts of electricity in it, which I thought was pretty extraordinary. Anyway, time to put this new battery in. It's hefty, shall we say, but it's a big bike. And although I'd love to put a lightweight lithium battery in this bike, I would need to change the electrics, let's say, to be able to run a lithium battery. The lights and the blinkers and everything is not going to work right on a lithium battery. It puts out too much power. So I think there's a kit you can buy to basically modify your electrics on the bike to be able to run a lithium battery. But for now, I'm going to go with this tried and tested big AGM battery. So I'm going to come around to the front here and do my best not to block the camera. To install the battery, you need your battery casing, which the battery sits into, obviously. So that goes like that and holds it a little bit more securely. You want to put the negative terminal to the left and positive terminal to the right side of the bike, and it should just slide on in. Get your terminals and wiring out of the way. Yep. There we go. Now I'm not going to put it in all the way. And the other thing I've done is I've used steel wool, a steel brush and some sandpaper to clean up my copper lugs to make sure they're nice and get a really good contact on them. There's a better view of the battery going in. And you see the model number Y50N18L83. It's a 12 volt, 21 ampere glass mat battery, so it's sealed. So fingers crossed it will do the job. So only really easy to connect this up. It's just 2 screws, 2 nuts, and attaching everything. At some point I'm going to add a battery tender to this as well to keep this on charge. But for today's experiment, will she start? I'm just going to do a straight connection. So grounding wire first, negative on the negative side. I was able to use the existing lug in the angled position that it came in and screw it down to the top of the battery. No problem. Alright, so now connecting up the positive side. I had to flatten out the lug. It was at a right angle, but there's no way for it to, it's just the wire isn't long enough to come up and down onto the top of it, and it also, there's not enough space on the side of the battery for it to lock in without the top of it touching the frame of the bike, which I do not want it to do. So just flattened it out, basically giving myself a straight flat lug. So I'm going to crank this down, and when I say crank it down, crank it, really crank it. You need an excellent connection. There we go. Positive on the positive, negative on the negative. Battery in place. Okay, let's see if battery is good. Should be. I had it on, it's brand new, but I had it on charge. Should be around 13.5 volts. Negative. .45. Now the other thing I'm looking for here is the voltage dropping. With the bike switched off, is there a voltage drop significantly? As if it was going down consistently, we've got a problem with the electric somewhere, but it's holding steady, 13.45. Alright, good. Alright, so battery's in. May as well close up the battery door. It's more of a ceremonial thing, I think. Nice and tight. All right. So there's no wiggle. There's no wiggle in this battery. It's in there good and solid. The only thing it doesn't have is, like I said, a battery tender on it, so I can plug it in and keep it charged, but I will do that at a later date. All right.